Upon 3.13's release, we were introduced to 8 potential creatures that will be releasing within this update. I have covered 3 so far, and now I'm about to introduce the 4th with Becklophosaurus. Made from the fearsome brunette Beckel Spinax and the underwhelming Ovilophosaurus, these two will be creating a legendary hybrid that is sure to make its ranks in the tournaments. Just how good will it be, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you're about to find that out. Sit back and relax as I uncover all the things you need to know about Becklophosaurus in under 25 minutes. Becklophosaurus seems like a pretty good legendary all around, and it currently might be the best legendary in the game from my understanding. For my tests anyway, it seems to put out a pretty good punch, and I'm about to showcase just how well it can do. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the best time right now. Oh, fuck. I just had a bit of a voice crack. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into Sector 1, the species profile. How this thing looks more badass stepping onto the analysis platform versus how it actually looks in-game is baffling to me. But nonetheless, we've got Orovlatus Connoisseur, which means Golden Sailback Bruiser. So, or you can just call it Becklophosaurus. I just figured giving it the cool little name would be nice. Aside from that, here is Becklophosaurus stepping onto the platform with 4,200 health, 1,600 attack, 118 speed, 10% armor, 5% crit, and 125 crit damage. Not terrible by any means. I think it's got the same stats as Brunette. I could be wrong, but I think Brunette has 4,800 health. Feel free to correct me on that. But overall, these are some very solid stats for a legendary. I personally might have given it maybe 4,500 health, actually nah, 4,200 seems balanced for the ingredients it's made of, and it's a nice middle ground. Overall, this thing has some pretty solid stats, and it's going to have some pretty solid moves to go along with it. So, let's find that out in Sector 2, Abilities. I'm not even going to lie, when I first saw these moves, I was like, that's kind of underwhelming. But now that I really think about it, the moves are what makes Brunette an already oppressive thing in the epic format, so just kind of plastering it onto the legendary should not be any different. It's got Cleansing Formation, Precise Fierce Impact, Alert Devouring Impact, which was, I think, shadow buffed, so now it's an instant on priority. It's an instant on threatened, there you go. And then it's got Precise Cunning Rampage with Defensive Counter-Strike. I think the thing holding this legendary back is the fact that it did lose No Escape from Brunette. I think No Escape would have been very nice on it, but I don't know if they will buff it or not. Cleansing Formation is a pretty good, solid base move. I think just cleansing your overall damage and attack, getting upped as well, is pretty nice. However, you are at risk of using that because, again, the lack of No Escape, you can't really use it without some sort of risk. Precise Fierce Impact, all around decent, like turn 1 move, not terrible. What you want to be taking advantage of is Alert Devouring Impact, getting that huge turn 1 damage, the counter damage, and then you can just keep on cycling through, which I think is very good and is what makes Becklophosaurus a very strong creature, just because of the fact that you can keep on coming back into battle and getting those massive rampage hits over and over and over again. So overall, I think the moves are decent. We'll have to see how they do once this thing makes its way into the legendary formats, but based off the test that I did, it held itself pretty well. However, what can it hold itself against is the question, so we're about to find that out in Sector 3, the matchups. Because this thing's twin isn't released yet, I can't compare both of their matchups and potentially put them in a face-off together, which would be really lovely because I think both of them will most definitely be compared. But what I can do is compare the legendary matchups of Becklophosaurus. So, with my findings, I see that this thing is more so of a tourney main rather than its, twin. So, it does really well against stuff like Grylenkin, Panthera Blythe, Rexy, and Blonde. It does pretty decent against Gigantospinosaurus, and it's kind of a 50-50 against Rebel and Buck from my personal experience anyway. I think Buck has to be about 8,200 health in order to kill you, so it is a 50-50 on whether you get to kill it or not. I think it's just boost dependent. And then Rebel, it's really just dependent on when they decide to go for Rebel's escape. Angel and Doe are in the 25% category because they can be killed by Becklophosaurus, but I think overall it's just boost dependent, and more likely than not they will be killing you. And then in the wait, hold up, why is wait, hold up, why is Panthera Blythea at 0? Oh, wait, hold on, wait, what'd I do? I messed that up. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next sector before I fuck this up even more. Ignore what happened previously. Panthera Blythea does in fact still kill Becklophosaurus, so I made a typo on that part. However, we can step into the ranking category to give Becklophosaurus an official ranking. From my personal opinion, I mean, all Beckles, in my personal taste, have the same exact boost build of a 12 and 18 stat line, which gives you 6,500 health and around 2,800 attack, which should be all around decent enough health to tank whatever hit comes at you, while putting out enough output to kill your opponent. And with the overall armor bulk, it should help you out slightly more. The synergy of this thing is a 3 out of 5 because I think you will be relying on swapping, getting hits in, and just overall relying on your teammates to do chip damage, so you can come in later potentially to get that alert and devouring impact off. A head-to-head, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think that the fact that you can just keep on going for alert devouring impact and come back whenever is a very strong move. Overall, it does put a really good beating on your opponent with the counter, the impact, the rampage, even cleansing formation at times when you can use it, knowing that you won't be at full risk, is a very good way to dish out damage. Competitiveness, I think that this is an easy 5 out of 5. I don't see this thing not being used in legendary formats, and once its twin comes out, I think it'll be upped even more. The fun category, I'm going to give this thing another 5 out of 5 because I had a ton of fun using it when it was not getting its ass beat by Svan with his fucking dope ass RNG. And then flexibility, another 5 out of 5. I think that this thing is going to be an instant plug and play whenever the legendary formats come around. I don't see this thing not being used whatsoever. And then adjustment, I don't really see this thing being buffed too much. I think overall it might get a buff with the no escape being added, but we'll have to wait and see. But for that, I gave it a 1.5 out of 5 just because I really don't think they'll be buffing an already dominant legendary, much less something that comes from an already dominant epic. So, with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this little ranking of mine. And without further ado, you want to get into the fun stuff, I want to get into the fun stuff, so let's jump in to the arena battles. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Dude, how does the creature card itself look so badass? Like, and yet everything else about it is just absolute dog shit. Like, look at that thing. It looks so cool. I'm gonna start with Aquiliosaurus, or Aquilia Mimus, because I have not got a chance to use it. I hear it's decent. Yeah, so does he kill me? I think he does. Overall, I mean, I'm excited to use Becklophosaurus. I think I can unlock it day 1, which is going to be nice. I think we all just really want to prepare for the inevitable Apex hybrid that this thing is most definitely going to get. You know, I kind of want to talk about previous metas because, like, ooh, that was close. I want to talk about previous metas because I was looking kind of like back at old tier lists and stuff, and I was really like, damn, Jurassic World Live back then was really, really different because you had stuff like, what, only around 3 apexes, and then everything else is unique or even legendary at times, I think. Oh, it kills it. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that was bad. That was dope. All right, good shit. Yeah, overall, like, I think one of my favorite creatures at the time was something like Paracethops or even Alberta Sevia. They were just so dominant. Oh, hello. That is really, really bulky. Holy shit. I am faster. Yeah, the Paracethops, I still have mine boosted. I wish I could get a buff. It's such a cool creature. Like, I think in concept you can make a really strong apex, or not apex out of it. You can. I think just overall, it was a really fun creature, and I enjoyed using it. Tarbognathus as well. When it was first released, it was pretty decent. I did like when like its moves were flipped. So, oh, that's awesome! It has the Indonesi's prowling animation. I like that. I like that they actually added something like fresh for it. That's cool. He will he will fuck me over now with the alert devouring impact. Oh, is he? Oh, did he go for cleansing formation again? What? Yeah, he did. Oh, okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Tarbognathus. So remember when Tarbognathus can heal, like when this move was flipped, so it can just heal even though it was at full 3 flocks. So if you hit it and it was on 3 flocks, you can just instantly rally heal back up as if nothing happened. They should introduce that. I don't think that is a lot of health. Oh my god. Such a badass animation. Holy shit. Yeah, overall, I think like it was 2.13 to 2.16 where I had the most fun with the game, and then everything once Kamso Raptor was introduced kind of just fell flat on its face. I didn't really like anything after that, and power creep kind of surged from there. Yeah, stuff like Giganix, Scorpius Rex Gen 3. Dude, when I think about the amount of like fun creatures that like we had in Jurassic World Alive, like just the history of dominant forces, it's very, very fun to think about, because you had stuff like Archivacillus, which was your biggest worry. You had you had Ankydactylus, I think it is, and then Ankydactylus is the apex that we had recently. Yeah, Ankydactylus was really, really fun to use. I remember abusing the shit out of that in legendary formats. I don't know if anything could beat it or not. Not to my knowledge. I think Fukui Mimus just managed to stall it out long enough, but Ankydactylus managed to take it to like 33% of its health, which I think is still really, really busted. I don't know if you can ever swap Bacillus on Ankydactylus. I think some people tried it, but because of the amount of output you had, and it depended on like what you swapped on is what really mattered. I don't even think you can confidently swap on them either way. Yeah, that thing was a force. I mean, if memory serves me right, you can boost it up to like 4,200 health, 2,100 to 2,200 attack, and then the rest in speed. I don't even know how much speed you would have on it, to be honest. But it was just a fun meta back then. Like I enjoyed everything that was being used. Alberto Sevilla being I'll say it right now, Alberto Sevilla, Imperator Suchas, Referencum, Hydroboa, hell, even like Inditaurus were like all really fun to use, and I enjoyed just playing with them. And I wish we had the beta account back then so I can just test all of that out. But if you guys would like a 2.15 themed video, I mean, I definitely try to do that once we get the next beta rolling around. Alright, next battle. Ooh, I drew my Aloraptor. Okay. Aloraptor. Oh my god, dude. The Aloraptor skin is probably one of, if not the best skins in the entire game. I think it's so good. It is incredibly decent. It's not decent, it's incredibly good. I don't even know why it's so cool. It's just, I think the red and like the eye itself, overall the colors match on it really nicely. Oh, that is a big hit. I don't know if he kills me or not. Aquilomylus doesn't seem terrible. I mean, how I'm testing it, but to be fair, we are kind of using like a mix of fun and meta, not full meta. What was I saying previously? Could you imagine Paracethops with powerful counter heal? It would be so annoying, because like not only are you putting out a really big counter heal of your own that's like 2,400 or something, like even close to 3,000 health, but you have like two other healings to accompany it. So you got your alert instant heal, and then you got your greater group heal. Dude, I think I saw like once when I was talking about it with a friend, Paracethops had like an 89.4% in the meta, I think around 2.14 to 2.15. It was so cool. Odontognathus. Now that's another one of my favorites. Like a lot of people ask me like, what are your favorite creatures that's come to Jurassic World Alive? Odontognathus is definitely up there in my list. Hydroboa as well, definitely another one in terms of like playstyle. I think it was a very dominant creature, yes. He went Mutual Fury. Nice. I told Ford to just go for Mutual Fury because I wanted to see how much damage this can put out. I wanted to have it put out a crit. It's gonna do a lot of damage though. It's gonna do a big hit. Hold on. Let him cook. How much is it gonna do? 20,000. That's what you come to see. Just big numbers and really stupid stuff that you would not normally be able to do. Ah, man. Dude, Indom. It's always a fun creature to use. I remember using it back in like Jesus Christ, whenever Stegadias was a force to be reckoned with, that's when we used it. Oh, he has it again. Shit. Yeah, I think now Indom is pretty good and it has its own place in the meta, I think, in terms of the legendary status. What was I saying? Yeah, I've done like favorite creatures. So whenever somebody asks me, like, Tiger, what are your favorite creatures that's come to Jurassic World Alive? I'm talking, like, in terms of their metas, so, like in terms of their respective metas. I think my personal favorite meta was 2.15. Albeit, despite my hate for Rexy back then, I do kind of have a soft appreciation for it because it was a legendary that was competing amongst all these, like, Apexes and Uniques that you did not think it would. But Devour really did change the game. I think Aladrigus is definitely one of my favorites. Giganix, oh, that's an all-time favorite of mine. It really hurt when I had to take it off the team for Dragonith, but it was a necessity. It's just, Dragonith fixes a lot of what Giganix had problems with. Erlicus Pix, I'd say definitely. Before the quote-unquote nerf to it, it had like Lethal Wound. I think it had 2 Rampages, if I'm not mistaken. It had Precise Rampage, and then it had no, that's what it was. It had Debilitating Distraction, Lethal Wound, Minimal Speed Up Strike. Had a lot of good stats on. What? I didn't know that killed me. Wait, did he have Cleansing Formation up? I think he might have. What? Alright, that was a really awkward match. Oh, hello, Svan. With your Angel. Okay, as I was saying, shit, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. I think I was talking about the meta. So yeah, favorite creatures. So Hydra Boa and its respective meta, that was really fun to use. I think the Constricting Rampage that it had was very nice. Fabled Fangs as well, another really cool move and just overall cool move name. So yeah, Hydra Boa, didn't they all get buffed in the same update? I remember Hydra Boa got buffed, Ref got buffed. I feel like someone else got buffed. Was it Mortem Rex? It was Mortem, I think. Mortem and Alberto Spinus also got buffed in that same update, and then Alberto was like good for not even 72 hours. Actually, he's kind of dogged me up here. I'm not even paying attention to the fight. I'm swapping Thyla. Hey, the fact that you can keep on swapping out, coming back and doing like massive hits with your impact is really, really good. So, I mean, hell, I think that's what makes Becklophosaurus really, really good. Ardonagnathus is definitely one. Tarbognathus is another one when it first dropped. Like after it kind of got changed, and I'm pretty sure it got a nerf in 2.17, which was really late for it. But oh well, fuck it, I guess. How much damage is he gonna do to me? Oh, 10,000. Dude, Thyla, I remember Thyla as well being one of the creatures that was just so scary to come across. Like Crushing Prowl, Devouring Wound, the counterattack even was like something that really made you nervous. It was the overall bulk and output that this thing could come, like, what's the word? That could dish out. It was scary, like, not only in Turnus, but I'm pretty sure some even used it in PvP. I think that's another one of my favorite creatures is the Thylaconyx. Do I die here? I think I come very close to death. But hey, look, this is a perfect example of like, you can just keep on using Alert Devouring Impact. I don't think he kills. He comes very close. But hey, guess what? I'm going to swap out. Dude, this thing needs like D-Cell immunity. Is that max health? What kind of evil person do you gotta be to put max health on an already annoying ass creature? It has max health. Oh, that is lovely. I'm swapping PB on this thing. I'm not fighting all that, dude. That's... Nope, I'm good. Thank you. Fuck off. Why? Why max health? He only did that. It's not even like the optimal build for it. He kind of did that, like, did that to ruin my day. What a crazy guy he is. Is he gonna heal here? No. He's just gonna be a bitch. Oh, that was close. And down he goes. Yes. He's dead. This is gonna be a close match. Alright. Anyway, going back, I liked Imperatosuchus as well. I think Imperato. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can use it at level 26. It was one of those creatures that... Oh, shit, Grylenkin. Oh, no. Well, this is not good for me. I can't really kill him because he's going to go for Decimation. I mean, the only thing I can go for is Hunt. I need to be faster. 142. I don't know what the optimal build for PB is now. I think people still have it at like 132 speed. I need to bring like the buck in. Yeah. I don't see Becklophosaurus doing anything against that. He can just go for sidestep and then he can just kill me afterwards. It's not worth it. Yeah, sure. What was I talking about? I remember 4X also being something. 4X was definitely like a fun creature to use. I think it's definitely in terms of like versatility. It had every single aspect in its favor. I think it could swap, it can revenge kill, it could trap you. It could do anything. I think the only thing it was missing was like a counterattack, which is nuts, but Foe is definitely something. Oh, Andrew Tops. That was another thing I liked. Andrew Tops was... It got buffed, it was good, and then I think it fell... Oh shit, that's a crit. I think it fell out of League once... Was it Alberta Sevilla was still being used with it. I think when Giganix came out, it was still a dominant... Oh, he got the needed crit and then he killed me because of that. Oh, that sucks ass. That sucks ridiculous ass. What the hell?